until the last minute. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie Green from the Chatham County Council on Aging. I'm glad you are here with us until the last minute. Back up here. Good morning, everybody. That you can hear. All right, let's try this again. And come on. I lose my cursor because it has to go from up here to down here, and I lose track of it. All right, Rick, it's coming over to you. There we go. And we are ready to go. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie Green from the Chatham County Council on Aging. Glad you're here with us. I'm glad that those of you who are here in person are here in person. So we're going to kind of walk around and get things loosened up a little bit. So go ahead and stand up and we're going to walk around. Again, it's good to walk around versus walk in one place. Remember, only do what your doctor says you can do. I'm going to have to take off my glasses because I can't keep the fog out of my glasses this morning. I feel like I've got a tight seal, but obviously I must not. Remember to hit heel toe. So strike with your heel, roll to your toe. Okay, because we tend to walk flat-footed, especially if we're uncomfortable. And then go the other way around the chair. And as you're going around, let's go ahead and do some bicep curls. Just bend those elbows. Bring your palms up to face your shoulders when they're up. Is anybody noticing an improvement in how you're feeling after coming back and doing this with us? I'm hoping you're feeling more mobility, you're feeling less stiffness, maybe a little bit more endurance. Okay, now as you bring your elbows up, go ahead and so have your palms out at the bottom and have your palms out at the top. So out at the bottom, out at the top, out at the bottom, out at the top. All right, very good. Let's do some wrist circles. Go one way and go the other way. And open and close those hands. Ooh, I feel that this morning. Here comes Miss Joy. Oh, I think she's coming. Joy, when you can, turn on your camera, please. All right, let's roll those shoulders back. Ooh, that feels good. All right. Now, let's go ahead and let's stand next to our chair. Let me get rid of these weights. I'm not using these weights right now. Notice I always use I support my lower back by putting my forearm on my thigh because I don't want to hurt my lower back. So we're going to take and stand next to our chair and we're going to do ankle circles with one ankle. Go around, get that mobility in there. Now, as you do that, see if you can lift your toes when your foot is up. And when you go down, curl your toes. Lift your toes and curl your toes. Lift your toes and curl your toes. Go the other way. Lift and curl, lift and curl. Let's switch to the other foot. I'm going to go to the other side of the chair. That way I can always be hanging onto the side that on the leg I'm standing. Again, let's do some ankle circles one way and then the other. And now let's do it intentionally and curl the toes and lift the toes and curl the toes and lift the toes and curl the toes and lift the toes. And that feels weird how you can do that very specifically like that. All right, now let's go ahead and with the outside foot, we're going to kick. Get those knees working. Woo, whose knees are tight this morning? My knees are tight this morning. I was sitting on a bucket for probably an hour and a half yesterday doing some gardening work. So, and I would be down and I'd stand up and I'd scooch over a little bit and put the bucket back down. Let's go to the other side of the chair so I can feel my knees. I can feel the tightness in my knees this morning. Okay, we're going to kick with the other foot. Get those knees lubed up, right? Get that fluid running in them. That's a good sign that you're getting warm, Miss Ann. All right. Let's go back to the first side again, and we're gonna do something a little different now. Are you getting dizzy going back and forth, Lee? All right, so we're just gonna slide our leg across and open and close. Now, if you've had a hip replacement and the doctor's told you not to crush your legs across, then don't, okay? We're just trying to get everything kind of loosened up. Okay, and you can do the other side. If you want to stay on that side of your chair, go ahead. I just find that it's easier for me to switch to the other side of the chair, because that way I can get a little bit more motion on the outswing. Okay, but do what's right for you. All right. And while we're over here, let's go ahead and let's do our knee circles. Okay, so lift the leg and make an O with your knee. Try to make it as circular as you can. Even if it's down here, do it circular. But if you want to do it bigger, you can do it bigger. You can lift it higher if you want, and then go the other way. Okay, we're working on balance too, aren't we? Okay, switch to the other side if you want. Okay, and do knee circles with the other leg. And if you can, see if you can just hang onto the chair with just fingertips. Just do what you can do. Go the other way. Trying to get everything loosened up. All right, let's sit in our chair. You said finally, huh? Oh. All right, so we're gonna start at the bottom, and we're gonna pretend we're inside of a pickle barrel, and we're gonna go around the top of the pickle barrel with our head, making those hips work a little bit more. Go the other direction. Karen, does that feel good? It's making you know it's there, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, so now sit up nice and tall, and now we're gonna do our cat cow. I'll turn to the side. Okay, so with our cat cow, stay facing me. You're gonna round your back. You're gonna pull your shoulders forward, tip your hips forward, and then you're gonna lift your shoulders up and then down and back, and point your tailbone out, so you get as much arch as you can. So that's cow. And this is cat. So go back to a curl and up to cow. And back to cat and up to cow. One more time, cat and cow. Oh, that feels good. All right, so the next one we're gonna do, so we've just moved our spine from front to back. Okay, now we're gonna work it from side to side. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the left shoulder and we're gonna bring it down and bring the right shoulder up. So we're trying to make a sideward C with our spine, okay? Then come up, and you can rest your hands on your thighs if you need that support. See, I can feel tightness on this side, and then back to the first side. I think I need to go see a chiropractor. I think I got something out of whack. When I go this way, I can feel it right in the middle of my back. And up. I'm gonna try one of those. See, ever see those great big foam rollers that are about this big around and they're about this long? I've got one in my car. I think I'm gonna try it, see if I can loosen up whatever's in the middle of my back. It's like I can feel it right in here when I either move my head or my shoulders. All right, roll those shoulders back. How are you this morning, Joy? I didn't ask you. Can you give me thumbs up, thumbs over, thumbs down? Thumbs up. Okay, good. All right. All right, now let's look over our left shoulder. Look straight ahead and look over our right shoulder. Straight ahead, left. Straight ahead and right. Let's look down. Straight ahead and down again. And when you're doing this, you should feel a stretch up the back of your neck, through the middle of your back, straight up and down. Okay, now let's look up and straight. Remember, if you feel anything like electrical, you need to stop immediately, because that means you're pinching something. Up Straight ahead. Now we're going to take and keep our shoulders flat, and you're going to tip your head to the side. Ooh, doggy, that feels good. Up straight and go the other way. This is the side sore, and up to the right or to the left, sorry, and up and to the right. All right. So let's go ahead and put our left leg out in front of us. We're going to stretch out our legs a little bit. Does anybody have a band with them today?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
No. All right. If you want to use the band, you may. Let me see if I have enough here so that I can give one to the people here. I'll give you mine. There's one for you. All right. Because this one's a little more challenging because I tied it. So you got to know where to put the knots. All right. So we're going to take the band and we're going to put the band around the ball of our foot. Okay. So it's going to go on the ball of the foot so that we can use it to pull our toe back. If the band is too far down on our foot and it's in the arch of our foot, if it's way down there, you can't pull your toes. So you got to keep the band up right around the ball of your foot, but not too high that it slips off, right? That was right on cue. I couldn't have done that again if I wanted to. All right, so have it around the ball of your foot. So this one's challenged with the tie on it. Okay, so sit up nice and proud, tall and proud. You're out toward the front so that your leg can be straight, but you don't want your knee locked. Okay, now I'm going to take the band and I'm going to use the band to pull back my toe so I get a really good stretch up the calf. Okay, you're going to sit tall and proud. Keep those ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Okay, and pull that toe back and breathe. No fair holding your breath. I don't want anybody turning blue. That's not a good thing. Exhale audibly. It helps you relax a little bit more. Okay, then what you can do is you can lift that foot using the band and try to keep an equal amount of weight on both of your sits bone. Is that your thigh cramping? Try to go up a little bit slower, or maybe you're not going to lift it. Either way. Okay. And then with each exhale, see if you, now what I'm trying to do is I am keeping my elbows back in line with my body, and I'm just going to use my biceps to hold the weight there so that my shoulders and my neck are relaxed. If this is hard on your hands, then you may want to just keep your foot on the floor and then hinge at the hips and bring your chest closer to your thighs. Okay, because if you've got very arthritic hands, it can hurt to hold the band. So, and you don't even, so you may not want to use the band. It's up to you. So if you're not using the band to pull your foot up, you can either leave the band there to help with or you can just hinge at the hips and bring your chest closer to your thigh. Either way is good, but you're trying to get a stretch. So now what I'd like you to do, while you have the band, take and put one band in each hand. Okay, and pull the outside band and rotate the ankle out. Then go center and rotate the ankle in. Ooh, can you feel that? Don't go to the point of pain. I don't want to see wincing on the faces. Straight, out, pull it out, and center and in. And the reason we're doing this is that way you get flexibility in your ankle. So for instance, if you were gonna step off something and your ankle was to twist, go ahead and put that foot down. Think about if you were to step on, say you were gonna step on a rock and your foot was gonna roll. If you don't have flexibility in your ankles, the only option you have is to go down. If you have flexibility in your ankle will go like this and your body can stay up here. So we want to keep the ankle flexible, okay? So it's really important. Okay, let's take the band. We're going to put the band over the other foot. Same thing, put it over the ball of the foot. And part of the reason I like using, and I'm wondering if we would be better off having a band with handles for you. Would handles be better than trying to hold the band? I may have to see if I've got some at the center. Okay, so remember, we're going to sit tall and proud, and we're going to pull the bands, anchor the elbows to the side, and then you're just going to pull your hands in. Okay, so your biceps are actually doing the work here. Relax the shoulders, keep the ears over the shoulders. I know I give you a lot of cues about body positioning, but I really want you to improve your body positioning and eliminate some of this. Okay, plus when you're up here, you feel the stretch completely different than if you're not. Okay, now if you want to, you can lift that foot off the ground. And you'll probably notice one leg is different than the other one in terms of flexibility. Okay, that's completely normal because we tend to have, we're not symmetrical. We're going to breathe. Again, you're going to anchor those elbows into the side. Use that bicep to hold that foot up if you can. Or you can keep the heel on the floor and hinge at the hips, either way. Bring the foot down, one band in each hand. And again, we're going to pull the outside band, rotate the ankle out, and center and rotate the ankle in. And center and out, and center and in. One more time. Center and out.
Didn't get myself. It just
Center and in.
readjust my shoulder.
And center and done. You just feel that in your shoulder, Bruce?
Yeah.
A good thing or a bad thing?
It's okay. It's good. It's good. It's only when I go above my head is my shoulder band.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Roll those shoulders back. Nice big shoulder rolls. Okay. So this time when you do a shoulder roll, I want you to lift, feel the stretch in the bottom, like in the lats here. Bring it back. Feel the stretch in the side of the chest here. Bring it down. Feel it in the top of the shoulders. And then come around. So really feel the stretch as you go down, up and down and back and around. Okay. Again, this is being mindful. Instead of just kind of going like this, it's really like, okay, what am I feeling? Can I feel things stretching? Like I can feel it in the front of my shoulder rotators here. Okay, and that's good because you want to keep those loose. Okay, now let's go back for a moment and let's do something else with our leg. Let's put the left leg out. Okay, heel is on the floor, and we're gonna use our foot like a windshield wiper, and we're just gonna rotate it out and in. What are we working when we do that? We're just using the hip socket, aren't we? We're just rolling that around, right? It's going back and forth. Okay. Switch the other foot. Out and in. Ooh, that feels good. All right, let's put the feet flat on the floor and let's curl our toes and lift them. Curl them and lift them. Curl them and lift them. I love doing that because it makes my feet warm. Okay. Heels out, toes out, heels out, toes out, toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out, toes out, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. Okay. All right. Let's stretch out our hips a little bit. Now you can do it one of two ways. You can take and you can start with your right leg out and crisscross the legs at the ankle. Let's do this initially. So now what I want to do is I'm going to sit tall and proud. I'm going to tighten my belly. I'm going to tuck my tailbone. Okay. I'm going to have my leg crossed. I'm going to slide that ankle up my shin and down. Slide it up and down. Can you feel that hip working? Up and down. Two more. One more. Now, can you bring that leg up and rest it on the heel? Rest it out there. If you can't, just leave it down here. What we want to do now is we want to stretch out the IT band, okay? So you can be right like you are, or you can bring it up to the top of the knee. When you're up, you want to make sure your shoulders are down and back, ears are over your shoulders. So your posture again, okay? Now, if you can, take this hand and press that knee a little bit lower. So I'm using my forearm against my thigh and my hand on my shin, and I'm pressing that leg down. Now, I'm also trying to pay attention to my hip bones, my sits bones. Am I having equal amount of pressure on both of them? So I'm trying not to, that as I press on this leg, I'm trying not to lift this hip. I'm trying to anchor that down so that I have the same amount of pressure on both sits bones. Now go ahead and hinge at the hips and try to bring your chest closer to your thighs. You should be feeling a great stretch through the hip and through the IT band, which runs from the outside of the hip to the outside of the knee.
Inside.
Okay. Come on back up. Let's unfold and let's go to the other side. So we're going to put the left leg out. We're going to crisscross the right over it. Okay. We're tall and proud, and we're going to slide the foot up and down. And 2 and down. 3, 4. This is kind of an uncoordinated motion, isn't it? This is one you don't normally do. Does it feel awkward? To me, it feels awkward.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and slide it up. And if you can, grab a hold of it and bend that knee so it's resting up on top of that knee. The other thing that's important when you do this is to make sure this heel is directly under this knee. So I don't want to do this. I don't want my foot and my knee out of alignment this way. I don't want it this way. I want it straight underneath. Okay. I'm going to sit tall and proud. And again, I'm going to try to sit with the same amount of weight on both of my sits bones. I'm going to try to sit with my shoulders level. Okay. I'm trying to try to keep my head back so that my ears stay over my shoulders. I'm going to press my hand against my shin and my elbow into my forearm into my thigh. And I'm trying to feel a little bit more pressure so that I get a little bit more stretching around here. Okay. And breathe. There's so many things to think about. And when we're doing life, most of the time what we forget to do is to breathe. I mean, we might start breathing really shallowly. But we really want to be conscious of our breathing. Now hinge at the hips and bring your chest closer to your thighs if you want. That gets it a little bit deeper of a stretch. Come on back up. Now, something to think about when you're stretching. When you're stretching, if it feels uncomfortable, you have to remember that what's happening is you're making your body tighten in other ways. Okay. So you don't ever want to be trying to hold a stretch that hurts. So like if I'm here and I start to feel something that's more like pain in my hip, then it feels like a good stretch, then I'm going to back it off because it's not doing me any good. Okay. So really, really, really listen to your body and see what it's feeling. So if you start to feel something that feels like pain, you need to stop. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do some hip walking. So we're going to lift our right hip and bring it as far back the chair as we can, and then switch to the other hip. And when you get all the way to the back of your chair, you're going to start going forward. And feel what your body is feeling. Can you feel those side muscles of your thighs working as you're going, as you're pulling that leg back, as you're pulling that hip back? Can you keep your belly tight? Now focus on what it feels like in your torso. Can you feel these muscles on the sides working?
Yep.
Okay, so really pay attention to what you're feeling as you're doing this. All right, very good. We're going to stay out toward the front of the chair. All right, how's everybody feeling? Feeling good?
Yep.
Good? Okay, so let's go ahead and do some sit to stands, okay? So again, our goal is to get to the point that you can crisscross your arms and you can get out of your chair and back into your chair smoothly, okay? So you want to be able to come up smoothly. You're squeezing your tushy, you're squeezing your thighs, okay? And you're going back down gently so that you're not plopping at the bottom, okay? Gently touch it and then sit back for just a moment and come on back up. 2. If you need to, you can use your hands and you can push with your hands either on the outside of the chair or the between your legs. And you just want to get to the point. We're trying to build our strength here so that we can get up out of the chair.
Supposed to do.
Now, the other thing I want you to think about is if this is causing, again, if this is causing pain in your knees, then you probably don't want to do many of these. And what you can do instead is you can do straight leg lifts. Okay. Let's do like 3 more. Did anybody count for me?
9.
Were you counting, Karen? Is this 10?
This is 10 for me.
Okay. All right. Let's sit back. Let's put our feet out and let's shake our legs.
Do that once a day, huh?
Okay.
All right. So now let's build some strength in those legs. We're going to take that band again. Take your band,
I know.
and we're going to take that band and we're going to drop it across the top of our thighs, just above our knees. Okay. Once you have the band over the top of your thighs, you're going to crisscross the band behind your legs. You're going to grab each end and bring it up and hold on to it. Okay. And how are we going to sit? No, right? That's right. Tall and proud. I had to give you a visual to lighten up the mood. It was getting a little too serious in here. All right. So tall and proud. You're going to anchor your right leg. You're going to take your left knee and you're going to bring it out to the side and in. Now, when you do this, I want you to keep your foot under your knee. So what I don't want to see is I don't want to see this. All right, that's cheating, okay? Because yes, that foot is going out farther, but really the only work that I'm really interested in is strengthening the sides, the insides and the outside of the thighs. And that comes from just how far out your knee goes, okay? So just kind of keep the knee and the foot in line. Just go out as far as you can with the pressure against the band and come back in and out. And then keep your belly tight, keep your tailbone tucked. 2, you're tall and proud. There's all these things we're trying to remember, and you're breathing. 4, together. Count with me. 5. And if you want to, don't come in it so far that you release the tension in here. You can keep the tension on the inside, which will keep more pressure on the inner thighs. And 1 more. Woo! Who feels that? I feel that. Shake that leg out. Give it some loving. All right, let's do the other leg. So we're going to anchor the left. We're going to move the right. Are you tall and proud again? Bring that leg out and in. 2 and in. 3
Band that hurts.
and in. 4 and in. 5, 6, 7. 1 more. Woo! Who's a burning? My legs are a burning. Okay. Shake those legs out, undo the band. Oh, we're going to use the band again there for just a second. Okay, so we're going to put the band back where we had it if you undid it. Forget that we were going to do another one. All right. So what we just worked is we worked the outside and the inside of the thighs. Now we're going to work the front and the back of the thighs. Okay. So we're going to sit tall and proud. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift 1 foot and make that quadricep work, and then lower it and squeeze that tushy. Let's do the same leg. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. 3, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 5, squeeze. 6 and squeeze. Let's do 1 more. 7 and squeeze. Whew, shake that leg out. I feel that. All right,
Yeah.
other leg. Here we go, tall and proud. Ready? Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Squeeze that tushy. Lift. 3, let's see, 4 and squeeze. That's what I meant to say. 5 and squeeze. 6 and squeeze. 7 and squeeze. 8 and squeeze. Put those legs out. Now you can undo the band. Shake those legs. Woo! I can feel that. Maybe it's after doing the one class this morning. All right, we're gonna take the band and let's wrap it across the front of the ankles and crisscross it behind. Take the ends of the bands and bring it around and up. Around and up through the middle of your legs so that you can hold on to it and sit up tall and proud. Can you guys online see what I'm doing okay?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
front.
So now I want you to look at your knees and I want you to keep your knees straight across the front and straight across the top.
Now up.
Okay. Now the reason why I want you to focus on that is with this exercise, we're gonna work on the quadricep as we straighten and the hamstring as we pull, okay? But if you concentrate on keeping your knees even, you're also working your hips because your hips have got to stabilize the position of the thighs so the knees stay in line, okay? So we're gonna sit tall and proud, okay? And we're gonna anchor the right, we're gonna kick the left, keep the knees even, pull back, keep the knees even. Kick and pull, 3 and pull. Can you feel that working? 4 and pull. One good thing about bands, 5 and pull, 6 and pull. Do you think you have 2 more? If you need to stop, stop. 7 and pull. Last one, 8 and pull. Woo! Who feels that? I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. All right, let's switch to the other leg. Tall and proud, knees level. Okay, kick and pull. Kick and pull. This is helping my knee feel better too. And 3, 4, and pull. 5, keep those knees even. Pull. 6, 2 more. 7 and pull. And 8 and pull. Woohoo! Undo those bands. Put those legs out. Shake them out. They did a lot of work. You know, it's funny because when you're doing something like that, it doesn't look like a lot of work, but when you're pulling against the band, that's a lot of work. Okay. So don't let anybody fool you. All right. So let's take and let's work on some tummy tighteners. Okay, so we're gonna sit tall and proud. Okay, we're gonna tuck our tailbone under by doing a pelvic tilt, a bad dog. Okay, and pull those belly muscles in towards your spine, and we're gonna hold it and we're gonna count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Whew. Tuck the tailbone, tighten the belly. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And tuck your tailbone and tighten. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're counting out loud so your blood pressure doesn't go up.
Oh, 5, it's not just.
Tuck your tailbone, tighten your belly. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Let's go around the inside of the pickle jar, the pickle bottle, pickle barrel, whatever you want to call it. Something that has pickles in it. I love pickles. They help the cramps. Okay. All right, we're gonna do some more tummy work. Here we go. Keep going. We're gonna tuck our tailbone. We're gonna tighten our belly, and we're at 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. This time we're gonna add in the Kegels. So we're gonna do the same thing we just did, and then just tighten those Kegel muscles. Ready? Tuck your tailbone, tighten your belly, tighten your Kegels, and we're at 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Whew, I'm gonna need a nap after this one. Tuck your tailbone, tighten your belly, tighten your Kegels. We're at 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Move around a little bit. Give those muscles a chance to regroup a little bit. All right, here we go. Tall and proud, tailbone tucked, tighten the belly, tighten the Kegels. We're at 8, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Do you want to? Okay, somebody said okay. That's all I needed was a little bit of encouragement. Here we go. You ready? Tuck your tailbone, tighten your belly, tighten your Kegels, and we're at 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Last one. This one we're going to count to 8. Okay. So tuck your tailbone, tighten the belly, tighten the Kegels, and we're at 10, 2, 3, tight, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Woo, move around, move around. Go around inside that pickle barrel. Let those muscles all relax. Go the other way. Has anybody tried pickled radishes? Pickled radishes are delicious, in case you're wondering. So are pickled mushrooms. I haven't found much of anything I don't like pickled. All right. So let's see, we've worked the legs, we've worked the feet. Let's do something different with the feet. Let's take your toes and see if you can take, and if these are my toes, we're gonna do the pinky. So I'm gonna kind of curl one at a time. So pinky, ring toe, middle toe, index toe, big toe, and then unroll them one at a time. Now, you probably can't do it, but try it. Okay, just try it. You're trying to make that mental connection from your brain to those body parts. Okay, and then go the other way. This is a good thing to do with your shoes off so you can see your toes working and see if you can get them to do that. Okay, this is really good, especially if you've got feet problems. Like if you may have some tendency toward diabetes or something like that, where you know, working your feet is good. All right. Never knew you could do something like that with your toes, did you? All right. Let's see. We've done sit to stands. We've done hip walk. Let's go ahead and let's do some upper body. So let's bring our arms to goalpost. And we're going to do this in 2 different steps. Okay. So goalpost, ideally, you're having your arm come out here at a 90 degrees and you're trying to have a 90 degree here. Okay. That's our goal. Okay. Which means to get your arms up to shoulder height, for some people, that itself is a challenge. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring our elbows in as far as we can and see if we can get them to touch each other. Feel that stretch through your back. Again, we're being mindful of what we're feeling. And then bring your arms out and bring them back as far as you can and see if you can feel a stretch through the chest. And bring them forward and touch. And bring them apart. And if you can touch your 2 arms behind your back, you're better than me. Just kidding. That'd be quite a trick, wouldn't it? All right. Now, who can feel your shoulder? Let's put your arms down. Oh, roll those shoulders. When I hold my arms up, it doesn't matter how I do it. I automatically feel my shoulders get tight. So I like to stop and I like to give them a break, right? And sometimes, like Karen, maybe when you're spinning or something, you may find that you hold a position for too long, and that's where giving your body a break and saying, okay, I'm not going to keep doing that. Like maybe you're in the kitchen and you're cutting for an extended period of time, and you say, you know, suddenly this arm feels like it weighs 20 pounds. You may have to stop and take a break. Okay, so do that. Give your body a chance to recover. All right. Now we're going to work our obliques a little bit. So I want you to take and I want you to put your hands up behind your neck. Okay. Now, don't pull forward on your head. Just use those to kind of keep your torso up tall and proud. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to rotate, and we're going to rotate a little bit to the side and then straight ahead and to the other side. And you're trying to keep your elbows at exactly the same level through the whole motion. Okay, so we're just rotating. So this is really good for the back, okay, because it's that rotation. So we arced forward and back when we did our cat cows. We did sideward C's, And now we're doing rotation. That's all the direction of work that the spine likes to be able to do. So now we're going to take and we're going to work the obliques using that same motion. Okay. So what we're going to do is let's just march in place here for just a second. Just march. Okay. Can you feel those thighs working? Now, what I want you to do is we're going to look to the left and lift the left foot. Keep the elbows right where they were when we were doing the early motion. Then go to the other side and lift the right leg. Look left, lift left, center, look right, lift right, and center. Left, center, right, center. Left, center, right. 4, let's do 2 more. Left, right, 5, 1 more. Left, right, and 6. Take both hands, put them on the back of the chair, and lean forward and stretch out those shoulders, stretch out that belly. Okay. Now take your chin and tuck your chin to your chest. Okay. Feel the stretch up the back of your neck. Now take your chin and lift it toward the left shoulder. Feel the stretch in the neck. Keep the chin tucked. Go center, chin tucked, but go into the right shoulder. And down, and left shoulder. And down, and right shoulder. And down, and relax. Roll those shoulders back. All right. Let's see. Is there anything we haven't worked that somebody wants to work? Anything we haven't done? Okay. You want to do it? Okay, so let's do another stretch for the torso. So we're going to take our left hand and put it on the outside of the right knee. Take the right hand, put it on the back of the chair, and you're going to twist to the right. And once you get your chin around, go ahead and look diagonally up to the right, center, and down to the right. Center and up, and center and down.
Just moving your eyes.
Center. Yep.
Yeah.
So when you're around, so if I am, so watch what I do with this. So when I go this side, okay, just watch me a moment. When I have my head all around here, since I'm turning to my left, I'm taking my eyes and I'm trying to look diagonally up. Then I'm looking way over here to the side and down. So I've got all of these muscles stretching, and then I use that time to stretch my eye muscles and to strengthen them. Okay, so let's do that to the other side. So right hand on the outside of the left knee, left hand on the back of the chair. Twist as far as you can to the left with your chin, and then do your eyes diagonally up, to the side and diagonally down, and to the side and up, to the side and down, and release. So it's kind of like you're trying to see what's going on behind you. You're trying to be an owl, okay? All right, roll those shoulders back. I think we have enough time to do some brain dance. We got time to do a couple of rounds of that. Let me grab a good song to put on for that. Something that's not too fast. Let's see. That's not the right one. And I don't have my glasses on, so it's making it even a bigger challenge. I don't realize how blurry my eyes are until I have no glasses on. But that's okay. All right, so where do we start with the brain dance? Where do we start with the brain dance?
Heel toe.
Heel toe. Very good, Bruce. Woo-hoo, Bruce. All right. So we're going to do heel toe, 4 on each side. Whatever we do on the left, we do on the right. And then we're going to do out to the side and together. I'm trying to find you can do this that better or too low? You want it lower? Give me a thumbs up if you want it louder. Is it okay? Or you want it down? You want it louder?
Oh, no, it's okay.
Go louder, okay.
Good.
It's good. Okay, let me turn up the one here. And again, you can do this seated or standing. Okay, I'm gonna do it standing, okay? And I'll count us down, okay? And I'm gonna go half speed it for the first couple of rounds and then we'll go up to full speed, okay? Here we go, you ready? Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel, toe, heel, toe, 3, 4, switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, out to the side, toe together, toe, that's right, good idea. If you need to, stand behind the chair for balance. Other foot, go together, toe. You want to grab the chair on the next one because we're doing can, knee, touch, kick. I always do this faster because it's too hard to do it slow. 4, switch feet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the feet again. Ready? Heel, toe, 3, 4. Other foot, heel, toe, 3. Toe together, toe together, toe together, 3, 4. Toe together, 3, 4. Can, knee, touch, kick, knee, touch, kick, 3, 4. Other foot, knee, touch, kick, knee, touch, kick, 3, 4. Can we go a couple more speed? You ready to really go? Here we go, you ready? Here we go, you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel, toe, 3, 4. Other foot, heel, toe, 3, 4. Toe together, 3. Other foot, toe together, 3. Can. Knee, touch, kick, knee, touch, kick, 3, 4. Switch legs, knee, touch, kick, knee, touch, kick, 3, 4. Okay, let's do arms. Ready? We're gonna punch left out front. 1, 2, 3. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3. Punch left. 1, 2, 3. Other arm. 1, 2, 3. Pull and cross. Pull, cross, 2, 3, 4. Overhead. Pull, cross, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Let's look left, center, left 4 times. Center, 3, 4. Look right, center for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look down in center for 4. Down, center, 3, 4. Look up in center. Up, center, 3, 4. Head tilt left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right center. Right, center, 3, and 4. Very good. Very good. We can go faster and faster, but we won't. All right. Time to start stretching.
Oops.
So let's go ahead and sit back down in our chair. We'll sit out toward the front of the chair. If you want to get a drink, get a drink. All right. We're going to sit out toward the front of our chair. We're going to put our left leg out. Okay, pull the toe back toward our nose. Feel the stretch up the back of the leg. You're gonna sit tall and proud, bring your shoulders down and back. Your ears are over your shoulders. So pull back that chin. Okay. And now let's take and fold our hands, put it on the right thigh. You're gonna hinge at the hips with a slight arch to your back and bring your chest closer to your thighs. And exhale and then breathe. You can rest your forearm on your thigh if you want and reach down with the hand and see how close you're getting. But you're trying to keep your spine nice and tall and a slight arch to your back so that you're not rounding towards your leg. Breathe. Press on that right thigh and come on back up and switch to the other leg. Hands folded on that left thigh, tall and proud, shoulders down and back. Chin back so the ears are over the shoulders. Pull the toe back toward the nose. Really feel that stretch in the calf. Hinge at the hips, bring the chest closer to the thighs. Slight arch to the back so that it's not rounded. Ooh, doggy. I'm gonna have to do some more stretching today. I can feel it. Breathe. And come on back up. So I spent probably an hour and a half or so sitting on that bucket. So I was sitting here like this and I kept reaching forward so I can feel it. Even though I was supported, I can feel that I was doing something that I normally don't do. So that's why we always have to pay attention to what we're doing so that we don't hurt ourselves. All right, let's go ahead and bring our legs apart. You need to put your hands on the inside of your thighs and press open, or you can lean down and use your elbows. And you're going to press those legs apart so you feel a stretch in the inner thighs. Okay, and trying to breathe as deeply as you can and expand the rib cage from front to back. Come on back up, bring the legs together. Let's do that same stretch we did a moment ago. Take your left hand on the outside of the right knee, right hand on the back of the chair. We're going to twist as far as we can to the right, and then do your eyes diagonally up, to the side and diagonally down, to the side and up, to the side and down. And release. Come around and put the right hand on the outside of the left knee, the left hand on the back of this chair. Turn as far as you can to the left and then do your eyes diagonally up, to the side and down, to the side and up, to the side and down. And release. Come center and roll those shoulders back. Let's take our hands and interlock them. Turn the hands inside out, press the palms forward. Bring the arms up overhead, if you can. And we're going to curl to one side, come center, and then go the other way. And it's not as much as if you're how far you're going over here as it is you're trying to lift this arm up so you're getting a good stretch down the whole side. Okay. Come center, go the other way, and center. Let's go one more time each side. Left, center, and right. Release. Let's go do our cat cow again. So you're going to curl your shoulder, curve your back forward, bring your shoulders forward, your hips forward. Now push your hips back and your shoulders back, arch your back, lift your chin. Go back to cat, tuck the chin, round the shoulders, round the back, lower back, hips forward. And then shoulders back, hips back, chin up. And relax. Okay, look over your left shoulder, straight ahead, over your right shoulder, straight ahead one more time each way, left, center, and right. Let's do a head tilt to the left, keep the shoulder low, keep the nose and the chin pointed forward and up. Ooh, doggy. I think I need to see the chiropractor. One more time to the left. Haven't been to the chiropractor in years. And to the right. All right, let's go back inside the pickle barrel, roll that head around the inside so you're working the hips, working that lower spine. Go the other way. All right. Put both legs out and kind of shake them. Okay, bring the left leg in or the right leg in. Try to bring the right leg on top, left leg on top. I'm getting my left and right confused today. Okay, press that knee lower if you can. Feel that better stretch in the back. And then hinge at the hips, bring your chest closer to your thigh and try to feel the stretch in the inner thigh, but also around the outside of the hip, down the side of the thigh. And breathe. Release and come on back up and switch legs. Left leg down, right leg up. Tall and proud. Press that knee lower. Try to keep equal weight on those sits bones. Push that knee lower if you can. Hinge at the hips, slight arch to the back. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. And again, you're trying to really feel the stretch around the outside of the hip and down the IT band that runs down the outside of the thighs. And come on back up and unwind. Sit back. We're going to relax. So take a nice big breath in and then exhale so you can hear it. Everybody do that. Notice how much better you feel when you exhale, when you can hear it, how it releases that stress.
Darn it, how do you know?
All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a little trip and we're going to walk out into a beautiful clearing out in the middle of a field. And imagine as you're walking out, your body is very limp and very loose, I should say, but you're feeling strong and you're walking through this opening, this little meadow. And as you look down at your feet, you see the soft moss that you're walking on. It's a path that's been well worn. There's spots of moss. There's a few stones as you walk along. Maybe you see a trail of ants down the one side. And then when you look ahead of you, you see the beautiful field filled with flowers. And look at all the different color flowers that are around you. Or maybe they're all one color. Maybe they're all daisies, or maybe they're all black-eyed Susans. So what kind of flowers would you see if you had the option right now? Do you notice any bumblebees or honeybees going from flower to flower, maybe some butterflies? Feel the warmth of the sun on your shoulders and on your back, relaxing you. Take a nice breath in, hold it momentarily, and then exhale it out. You just realize how much you can give your stress out to this environment and replace the feelings of stress with the feelings of peace and relaxation. If you want to, you can pause in your walk and you can just kind of look around and see what wildlife you have around you. Maybe you notice some bunny rabbits, maybe a few squirrels. Maybe a fox is standing there and just is at peace with everyone else and is just sitting there and watching life go by. Maybe you see some bluebirds coming in, or maybe some hummingbirds coming to your flowers. Maybe you see a deer or two walking into your meadow and just enjoying the peace and the tranquility of this place. Remember how important it is to relax during the day. Take the time to relax and unwind, especially if you start to feel your shoulders tighten. So go ahead and relax one more time with your shoulders by exhaling deeply. Go ahead and open your eyes. Take a nice big deep breath in as you bring your arms up overhead. Exhale audibly as you bring your arms down. Bring your arms up, around in a hug. Remind yourself that you're safe and you're healthy, and unwind. Take another nice big deep breath. Wrap your arms the other way and remind yourself you're loved, you're valued, and you're full of purpose. And everybody have a wonderful day. Glad you were here.
Thank you.
Hope
Thank you.
everybody feels better than when we started. That's
Yep.
the goal. Okay. Remember, do what you can, but don't fret about what you can't. Get rid of that. There we go. All right, everybody. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.